about retiring while you're still working? I don't even know what that means. It sounds impossible, but our next guest says anyone at any level can do it with just a few simple tricks. You will know him as Stanley Bing. He's the alter ego for Gil Schwartz, an executive at CBS. Bing is a columnist for Fortune and the author of Executricks and many other things. I've been reading Stanley Bing's stuff before I could read even. Stanley, good to see you. What are we talking about? Executricks, retiring while you're still working.
Well, it's pretty much impossible to retire right now. I mean, we really all have to work for a living, but there's really no reason why you can't get all the benefits of a good, relaxing lifestyle while you're still being paid for it.
In other words, living the life that you're not chasing the dream till the end, you're actually living
You're
something.
living it in the middle of it, and you're basically emulating the lifestyle of a successful executive.
Okay,
which
I'd like to know how to do that.
Well, you know, there's a wide variety. I mean, you know, there's delegation, which is a huge tool. You have great delegators throughout history, include Ronald Reagan, you know, Bill Gates, for instance, who Steve Ballmer's running everything, and Yoda, you know.
Delegating.
He basically delegated the galaxy as a protection to Luke Skywalker, you know, and you have, of course, the BlackBerry, which confers the right to be absent on people. You know, these are not tricks that only executives can use, but we can learn from successful people about.
And you're not, well, this is the thing. You said not only executives, because if you're an executive, you take these hints and you hire the right people, and then you're good. But what about for the rest of us who feel maybe we're overburdened, and it's time, it's the leisure, it's the idea that I could go and do something else.
Well, you have a problem being in television because you actually...
I can't just leave.
No, you actually have to be here physically. But people who are really successful in business now, they really never have to be anywhere. I mean, if you're talking to somebody, you'll see them working the BlackBerry, and you'll say, what are you doing? And they'll say, well, I'm working. Well, really what they're doing is sitting on a beach or having breakfast at a restaurant, you know. I mean, the business life has a wide variety of things that we can use. Breakfast, lunch, dinners, drinks before dinner. There's just this whole panoply of things that are available to us.
That can make you feel like you're getting work done when you are getting work done.
If I had breakfast with you, we could eat anywhere that we wanted to.
We could both have our BlackBerries.
We'd have our BlackBerries. We'd get work done. Working, right?
I'd be responding and saying, that's an excellent idea. We should definitely cover that story.
We could even do it across the table from each other at the same moment. So, I mean, there's all this technology available to help people.
Tell me, you've got something in the book, and it's called Intense Engagement.
Well, obviously,
I'm trying to be intensely engaged as I ask you the question.
Well, we are. I mean, obviously, there is a time when they turn the little red light on the top of the camera for you, or where somebody calls and says the famous phone call for everybody, which is, can you come up for a minute?
Yeah.
You know, one of those. Then you're on the line. Then you have to intensely engage, and then the goal for the Executricks is to work as intensely and powerfully for the shortest amount of time possible.
So you bring it. When you come strong.
You bring it on, and then you know, the rest of the world stretches before you in an infinite variety of ways.
A great tip, and you know so much about these things, so I enjoy reading these. You got a great way of presenting it. You say, be decisive even when confused.
Mostly when confused. You know, most of the waste of time takes place when people are actually thinking, having meetings, doing PowerPoint presentations. When you're confronted with a confusing situation, true executives can make a spot decision that can, you know, make work unnecessary for weeks or produce work in others for months.
Well, you have a lovely flavor about the way you do this. I should warn our viewers, though, when reading it, you get sometimes some sense of the sarcasm that Stanley's bringing to the operation.
Not at all.
Good advice.
Thank you.
And good sarcasm. Stanley Bing, thank you very much. Gil Schwartz. Jerry.
Thanks,